Wang to serve. Love all.
So this will be a best of 5 battle. Wang Chuqin to start it off. Love all.
1 love.
A little bit off the top of the net here. Wang Chuqin takes the first point. Simon Gauzy quickly getting behind the table. He's quite comfortable there. We'll see how that tactic works out for him. He'll be looking to attack where he can. Nice touch here. Chiseling push, a bit of a chop block-like motion for the side and underspin in the touch play. Gauzy with the serves on his side now.
1-2.
Longer push, top edge of the racket. Gauzy shaking his head as if he didn't like his decisions there. Right into the body. Perfect placement on this one. Wang Chuqin. You will see players looking for the elbow of the opponent. Shallow spin, then deep to the corner. The opening spin and the drive. Now, one thing I can tell you, I've been calling Wang Chuqin the future world #1 for a long time. He's now very much in the present at world #1. It's his trajectory of his strokes. His fearlessness that makes him so dangerous. Looks down at the racket here. There will be little to no humidity as Xiao Zhan watches on. Xiao Zhan with the stylish scrub on the bottom of the head there, just in case a racket needs any cleaning a hand can't take care of. Right down the line, sneaking it past. 3-point lead here for the world #1 and top seed in this event. Full commitment on that forehand.
Left 2-5.
Now, I mentioned that Simon Gauzy is very strong behind the table. The disadvantages of being behind the table is 1, the lack of surprise. 2, more ground to cover. It's a lot of footwork to go either way. Beautiful inside-out forehand as Wang Chuqin turns the corner. 7 serving 2. Looking for a bit of inside out on this, going down the line. Simon Gauzy will have to take his chances. Long way to go here, 2-9. Oh, this one, unstoppable. The speed on this shot, not to mention the spin. It was almost like you were watching that in fast forward. The fluidity, this is just unstoppable. 8 game points now for the world #1.
10-3.
Gauzy inside the table, looking to get aggressive where he can. New ball into play. Low to the net. It's going to be what he tries to do whenever he can get it aggressively. But a bit of change of pace on this one, and Wang Chuqin up for the task. A dominant first game from a player who's 2-0 against Simon Gauzy. Wang Chuqin takes the first. Remember, it's a best of 5. Simon Gauzy's had his fair share of 5 gamers in recent history, comebacks over the years, and even a title in recent history for WTT. So the battle well on its way. 11-3 for Wang Chuqin. So here's a look at the Roll of Honor. Wang Chuqin starting off the year, at least in the last 8 months. You saw him up there in Lanzhou, back again for the finals in Doha, which is essentially the finals for the men, and the star contender Doha. So the GCC has been good to Wang Chuqin. What about that Singapore smash? Well, he's taken the only other smash this year, Wang Chuqin. That's a big part of the reason he's world #1. Lin Wenru, you saw up there, eliminated by his teammate. Now that is intent. That artwork, I love it. A bit of Saudi Arabian style with the Chinese writing. The Chinese fans, very clever, very mindful in the artwork and the efforts they put
Gauzy
in.
to serve. Love all.
So Simone Gauzy to start off game 2 with the serves.
One
A
love.
good cover of the middle, pulls the right leg back, steps around to create a little bit of space.
One all.
It's a fine balance when you're behind the table to play the ball out in front, extending. One cover of the middle, leans back just a little bit, tries to keep the wrist on for this heavy spin on the backhand.
2-1.
Now you can hear the difference between when the ball is contacted cleanly or when it hits the edge of the racket. Speaking of clean, looking fresh out here, Simone Gauzy ready for the action.
1-3.
Perfect combination, Wang Chuqin. It feels like he's moving in slow motion, only in the sense that he just makes his decisions so quickly. As soon as Simone comes in over the forehand side of the table, it's back. And a big point to break the momentum after 13 of 16 points had been won by Wang Chuqin. Simone Gauzy here, down 2-3. Longer serve, a bit of deception, very casual in the service delivery. Simone Gauzy. Serve appearing to be empty there. Coming in straight behind the ball with less brush as Wang Chuqin looking down at his racket.
Left. 3-0.
Bit of pressure inside, and now in front for the first time, Simone Gauzy leading 4-3. And there is no messing around here. Wang Chuqin, as soon as he has the time, puts the power on the stroke. Nice touch shot, Simone. A little bit of strawberry spin there. That side, a little bit of top. Beautiful counter punch. Simone Gauzy out in front this time around, making the contact he wants. If he can get the pressure, get through this game successfully, it definitely adds the pressure for Wang Chuqin on the other side.
4-6.
Now, Wang Chuqin, for me, is a shoo-in. He is the player that you are likely to see, I would guess, in the men's singles for China. He's been incredibly strong in recent history. He's shown nerves of steel. He's been beaten by non-Chinese players less than any of his teammates in recent history.
5-6.
Still trailing after winning this point, stepping around. Bit of creativity here, some side spin under the table, Simone Gauzy. Wang Chuqin taking advantage of the height. Break off the net there, tomahawk chop. Simone with a beautiful snake, but not a lot of bite on the ball. I mean, it's just so good. Counter backhand attempted, but in front now, Wang Chuqin. I could go on and on about the snake, but what Simone Gauzy did, he quickly followed with a bit of deception after contacting the ball from under the table. He basically did a double fake on it, hoping that Wang Chuqin would buy the first fake, or recognize the first fake, buy the second one. So timeout here. So during the timeout, we'll take you over for a little ride. Lee Sang-soo of Korea was down 0-2 against Anton Shelby, and came through with a big win, 11-9 in the fifth. Over the leading Swede, Anton Shelby has been quite strong in recent history. Opening backhand there. Lee Sang-soo going strong. Very interesting to see. So Félix Lebrun here, the leader of France, watching on. A lot of conversation there. Hey, I'm on screen. All right. Good times here. Hey, it's me. Be cheering on Simon Gauzy. He goes, why me? What about Simon? This is Simon's time. Well, down 0, just 0-1 in games. We're back from a timeout, remember, not a game. Still a chance here to tie it up in this game. Simon Gauzy was up 6-4 before the last 3 points would be taken by Wang Chuqin. Big point right out of the timeout. Simon levels the playing field once again. And it's a nice arc, but not just that, the placement right into the elbow. Extra bit of spin. This is one thing that Simon Gauzy has really excelled in, the spin game. Does he have the power? Yes. Does he have the consistency and the power that Wang Chuqin has? No. But he has the creativity to mix it up, to keep it a guessing game. You're playing against world number 1. Few will be able to play that game against him. Just with the time, again, side spin. Simon Gauzy, when he slowed it down, it's been quite effective against some players. Tomahawk chop block, not a bad ball. But then the drive from Wang Chuqin, confident. Looking for that baseline in the arcing shot, but not enough table there. It's Wang Chuqin who takes the point on receive. It is unbelievable to me the amount of strength that goes into that shot from Simon Gauzy and how casually Wang Chuqin and how comfortably he counters back. Squats, gets the feet far apart to get low. Watch Wang Chuqin. Look at that. Quads level, parallel with the table, but way underneath as he gets himself squared up now with 2 game points. And the serve's on his side. The lobbing game, racket twiddled. Oh, tomahawk chop carries long. Wang Chuqin turning the racket around, looking for that extra bit of side spin. Watch this, timeout called. He turns the red side to the forehand. Why do they do that? The Chinese national team will do that because typically the red side is the softer side. When the ball's that high, you don't need as much topspin. Timeout, says Xiaozhan. Let's close this door real quickly. People often ask against these lobs, why doesn't the player just dink it? Why don't they just drop it short when the opponent is so far behind the table? Not easy. One, to control the ball. But with that side spin, tomahawk smash, you don't have quite the security. It's a very high-risk shot. No timeouts left for either player. Second game point here for Wang Chuqin. Heavy spin shot does not come over. Simon Gauzy has deflated the timeout, diffused it so far. They'll alternate serves here until one player has a 2-point lead. Deuce in game number 2. Heavy spin on this serve. It appeared that way. From the contact, I would have thought it was empty. Tough to see, but again, very little motion on this. Deception is the main thing, not even how much spin, but how difficult it is to read. 3 in a row here. Gauzy takes his chances, and Wang Chuqin ties it up for the second deuce taps the big head and says, okay, play smart. That shot comes down, doesn't miss by a lot, but a very theatrical set of legs there, Simon Gauzy. Looked like he was caught between two minds in that moment. Not a lot of time to make a decision. Game point back. Third time around, Wang Chuqin. And he takes the game 13-11. So a much tighter game number 2 than game number 1. Wang Chuqin still not happy that he wasn't able to close out after being up 10-8 with pressure against him. Remember, as someone who is expected to play the Olympic Games in singles and in teams, the world number 1 knows that he does not want to be having any challenges along the way, that he must deliver on the biggest stage. So here's a little look at the schedule for the Saudi Smash. Today's day number 1. You're checking out the women's singles and men's singles round of 64, plus the mixed doubles. They call it the round of 24. Then we've got day 2. We'll continue with the round of 64 and 24 in the doubles events for men's doubles and women's doubles. You can see everything else on screen. The final day will be day number 8. Day number 7, we're going to have the men's and women's doubles finals and the singles semifinals. But 8 days of the best action in the world as fans start to come in from all over. Again, loving the style and the fashion in the front row and on screen as well. But it's a 2-0 lead for the world number 1, Wang Chuqin.
Love all.
So much side spin on this one. The power. Two-handed backhand lob. Gauzy, for the second time in recent history, has 1 point lobbing against the world number 1. Heavy side on that. Still balanced. Look at this two-handed backhand lob. 2 players being coached by Jean-René Mounier do that shot. The two-handed backhand, not so common to see in table tennis. Simon Gauzy, Ugo Calderano. Extra power early on. Simon Gauzy again put himself in quite a good position with some game points there in the last game. I guess a game point at 11-10. The run in, the drop shot is not easy. Gauzy gets underspin on it from under the table. A lot of players would have dumped this ball into the net. Makes his move, barely any contact, side and underspin. Perfect read from Wang Chuqin. See if we can see the last shot here. Very open racket. He had to adjust so quickly. The back edge, a little fortune here for France's Simon Gauzy. Strawberry attempted. Heavy side. Did a top spin, but it doesn't come over the net. So first towel break, 3 points apiece. As strong as that ball is coming in, comes back even faster. Simon Gauzy right to the elbow. And then the arcing inside-out forehand. What can I do? Well, that's one answer. Comes back quickly after that look. We'll see a lot of that look against the world number 1. Not just from Simon Gauzy, but many a player will have that feeling. Shallow and spinny on the first, and then the side spinning, brushing backhand from Simon Gauzy on the second. it off the top of the net here. Wang Chuqin closing down on top of the topspin. Now, I mentioned the specifics of the women being punished for losing to non-Chinese opponents. Interesting. No acknowledgement of the net there from Wang Chuqin. Typically, we do see that. I know that there's a lot of pressure throughout China right now for all players wearing the Chinese flag. Six serving 5 for the French showman. Inside the table, the fact that he can steal this ball the way he does with the confidence and authority that he puts on this. Shallow ball has to step around the corner of the table and extend the arm fully. Look how long this stroke is. That elbow barely even bent by Wang Chuqin. That's a finishing shot from an open rally position, yet he did it inside the table in the short game. Short side edge of the racket here from Wang Chuqin, making that sound, acknowledges this one. Good spin here, Simon Gauzy behind the table. Commitment on the step around, the placement just right from Wang Chuqin. Says sorry, sorry in English. Ooh, and a gift on serve. It's always interesting. The Chinese national team tends to prepare incredibly well, showing up quite early for events to train in similar environments. Nothing to do about this one. Simon Gauzy turns early on a shot that would have put most people into a passive position. Commits, starts his full stroke down the line, licks the lips and gets ready for the next one. It's a quality third ball from Simon Gauzy. Wang Chuqin bringing it back and saying, one more time, do it again. I dare you, do it again. That's what Wang Chuqin sounds like in that point. He watches a lot of American films. Fun fact.
8-9.
Again, a tight game here. A little fortune for the French showman, Simon Gauzy. Taking a little stroll here on his receive. He's up by 1. Level again at the third towel break. They're both quick to get over to the box. This could be the last 2-point combination we see. Simon Gauzy tries to cover the middle with side and top spin. It's amazing the level of these players, how many different spins they put on the ball in any given rally. Oh, and a gift re-gifted sets up match point for the world number 1, the top seed, Wang Chuqin. Spin carries long, 3-0. The world number 1, Wang Chuqin, moves on. And Simon Gauzy fought hard in games 2 and 3, had his share of chances. Put up a good fight for the last 2 games, but we knew it would not be easy against the most winning player.